Good morning, student. So, in our last class, we have started the poem written in March by William Wordsworth, and we have already discussed the ideas of the first paragraph. Now, student, today I will give you the main ideas that has been described in the second paragraph. Now, students, first of all, let me read it out once again for all of you. Written in March. The cock is crowing, the stream is flowing, the small birds twitter, the lake doth glitter. The green field sleeps in the sun, the oldest and youngest are at work with the strongest. The cattle are grazing, their heads never raising. There are 40 feeding like one. Like an army defeated, the snow had retreated, and now doth fear you on the top of the bare hill. The ploughboy is whooping, anon, anon. There is joy in the mountains, there is life in the fountains. Small clouds are sailing, blue sky prevailing. The rain is over and gone. William Wordsworth. So, students, in our previous class, we have discussed the first paragraph in detail. And from that class only we got to know that the first paragraph depicts the idea of the morning of the month of March, means how beautiful the morning of the spring season. How does the morning starts? And now, today let me proceeding further. Now in the next two lines, like an army defeated, the snow had retreated. So here you can see, like an army defeated, the snow had retreated. Means these two lines are telling us about the snow. Here the snow is compared with the defeated army, the lost army, as snow means it mainly signifying the winter season. It means the winter has defeated. It has gone now. And it has went back now, making a way for the spring. Now the snow had retreated. Means the snow has made a new way for the spring season to take over the earth. Next two lines, and now doth fare ill on the top of the bare hill. It means that now the hills are bare without the snow. Means they are empty, they are not covered with the snow anymore. And the ploughboy is overwhelmed with the joy of spring. He is ploughing the cattle in the green fields, and he is telling them anon, anon. Anon means soon. Means here the ploughboy, he is asking the cattle to move in hurry, and the ploughboy was telling it in a joyous manner, in an excited manner, because he was very much excited. And it means that he is calling the cattle with excitement. He is asking them to move from one place to another for feeding. As the winter has gone now, the harsh weather has been over. So the mountain and the fountains, this seems to have come to life after the winter season, because earlier the mountain and the fountain, they dried up because of the harsh winter, and now they again filled with the water, with the joy. It means they are again back to life in the spring season. And now The sky is blue and it clears. Means the sky is very clear and blue, and with it in the sky, the blue, the small white clouds are floating, and now the rain is also over and gone. So student, I hope that you have understood these two paragraphs. The whole poem is depicting the beauty of the spring season. In the first paragraph, the poet describes the morning, the beginning of a spring season. And in the second paragraph, the poet made a comparison between the spring season and the winter season. In the second paragraph, he is telling that how was the environment in the winter season and how it has been changed now during the spring season. So students, it means that after reading the poem, you have got a idea about the environment that prevails during the spring season, and you can also get a clear distinction between the spring and the winter season. So students, that's it. This is the end of our poem. Now student, here I have mentioned the word meanings from yesterday's class. Means these are the difficult words from the first paragraph, and they are tutor, which means chirping. Number B, glitter, which means shine with a bright and shimmer reflected light. Number C, it means grazing, which means a grassland suitable for sheep and cattle to eat the grass. And number D is feeding, which means give food to. So students, I hope that you all have well understood the poem, and as today we have finished the poem itself, so now student, your home assignment for today's class is again to find out the difficult words from the second paragraph and telling me in the comment section, and I'll tell you the answers of that words in tomorrow's class. As for now students, thank you so much.